Mr. Bill O'Reilly, welcome to the program. Where do you want to start, sir?
You know, Beck, the big story of the week is that you could be right and I could be wrong.
Oh, boy.
That just hurt so bad.
That's really bad.
About Herschel Walker in Georgia. Remember a couple of weeks ago, you were saying, no, he's going to win, and I was saying, no, he's going to lose. Well,
yeah. Did you see the debate? We just had Herschel on just a few minutes ago. He was, for a guy who played football his whole life, never really even thought about getting into politics, I thought he handled himself surprisingly well.
I think he won the debate because Warnock is, when you vote 98% for Biden, I mean, that's all you have to do. Every answer could be, did you really vote 98% for Biden? Every answer. Really? Did you really do that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we know Georgia, working class state, people getting pounded. Walker, not the most articulate guy in the world. I'm not even going to comment on his overall persona because I don't know. But I think with Kemp going to whack Stacey Abrams, and there's no question that'll happen, that he'll drag Walker across the line, by 2 or 3 points. And, Beck, you were perspicacious a couple of weeks ago.
If I knew what that word meant, I would be thrilled. But I think this is happening. I think this is happening across the country, Bill. I don't predict anything anymore because America has gone insane. So I don't know what Americans think anymore. This shouldn't even be close in an election. Honestly, none of this. Everybody should be like, wait a minute. You're doing what in our schools? You've done what to our economy? You want to get out of the fossil fuels? We're maybe going to war. This should be a bloodbath in the electoral counts come November 8th. And it's close, which surprises me. But there is
I don't think it's close.
Yeah, okay. Part of me, the old Glenn, would say this could be almost like a Ronald Reagan, Walter Mondale night, where it's just much bigger than anybody predicted.
I don't believe that the media is reporting accurately the anger of the American people. That's where you start. I'm a simple man, and I pride myself on my simplicity. That is the big thing in this country right now. People are angry because through no fault of their own, unless you voted for Biden, you're getting hammered on every front. I mean, quality of life where I live in New York City is evaporated. And it's not like the people in charge can deny it, even though Biden does deny it. I have a really good column. I know, Beck, you're very busy. But if you can just read it on Sunday, I file my columns at noon Sunday on BillO'Reilly.com. It's called The Legend of Sleepy Biden. Okay? Read the column, Beck.
Okay, I will.
All right?
I will.
And this basically epitomizes even the dimmest among us, and I'm not including Stu in that. He rises a little bit above it. Even the dimmest among us know we're getting screwed. And then when he turns around with the ice cream cone and goes, hey, economy's strong as hell, you just look at him going, it's over for you. And it is. It's over for Joe Biden. Done. He's through. I did an analysis last night on the No Spin News that he is the second worst president in our history in the first 21 months in office. Only James Buchanan, the legendary James Buchanan, has bested him as worst president. And he's not coming back. It's not like he's going to make a stunning comeback. He's not, because he's delusional and he doesn't care. And that's the thing. Joe Biden does not care about you, and I'm talking to your audience now. I would understand if he didn't care about you.
Yeah, I would say he does care about me.
Here. He doesn't care about you.
No.
He doesn't take the time to analyze the problem and put forth any solution to it.
Well, let me ask you, Bill, because when he was saying that about the economy with the ice cream in his hand, I've never seen anything quite so out of touch. But I was listening to him and taking him from an elitist point of view, from an elitist point of view, remember, Bill Gates just came out and just said, this war in Ukraine actually is working to the advantage of getting us off of fossil fuels. It will actually speed it up. So people who are in this elitist point of view, they're looking at, well, we got to do this. We got to get rid of fossil fuels. We have to change the way the economy works, etc. What he's saying from an elitist point of view, no, it's strong. It's going exactly the way we thought it would go. But he's not. He doesn't see people.
Right. He doesn't understand that there's pain in most American homes because the bills can't be paid and people can't eat the food they want to eat and travel where they want to go. And so our freedom is eroded by incompetent leadership. So therefore, on November 8th, the media is trying to tell you that abortion and Trump and all that's going to mitigate the vote and people are going to go out and they're going to still support the Democrats. It's bull, the second word to that. It's not true. It's a contrived presentation, and it's going to up the next 2 weeks. You're going to see it begin on Sunday, where the corporate media is going to find they're going to bring Trump back somehow, some way. It's funny, Beck. Remember the story, I think about 10 days ago, where the boxes in Mar-a-Lago were moved around by Trump. Apparently, Trump went down to his basement and moved boxes, okay? If anybody believes that, I mean, my God. And they went hysterical for 24 hours. Oh, it was Trump's moving boxes, and he knew, and he's this, he's that. Everywhere you went, that's where it was. And then it disappeared, largely because of me. I went on News Nation and said, this is absurd. This is insane, okay? And it's not true, and there's no significance to it at all. But that's what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. Somehow, and the January 6th committee, I know, will be tied into this, Trump will appear again, all right?
They have to. That's the only thing.
Of Election Day past will rise. That is what is going to happen. Because there's nothing else that the media can latch on to help the Democrats.
But what they don't know, what they don't understand is that Biden is all that people care about. Biden, the economy, really.
Yeah,
but what these people are doing to our economy and to our jobs and to our children and to parenting and all of that, people are not riled up about Donald Trump.
The committed left is.
Yeah, but that's you're not going to win an election with just the committed left.
No, but the African American community is a great example of if they don't come out to vote, and I believe they will not, and that's not reflected in any poll, by the way. Okay? So in South Philadelphia, if the blacks don't go, big for Fetterman loses. All right? And Oz will be a Republican senator from Pennsylvania. The only thing that can save Fetterman is if blacks come out big. And so that the media is going to try to put Trump back in front of them and say, oh, look at this fascist, even though Trump helped the African-American community by his economic policy.
I have to tell you, and maybe I'm Pollyanna here, but I think that the black community, it's always written off as, like Biden did. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. There's always, considered by Democrats as, a mindless group of people that will just do whatever they say. I think they are the ones that are on the front line. My community is not the one on the front lines.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Particularly in the violence,
crime
situation.
Violence, jobs, economic peril. It's the people who are at the bottom of the ladder
the
or
marginal
live
people
in
that don't earn a lot of money.
Yes.
But see, the Democratic Party has lost Hispanics. They've lost them. And now the only voting bloc left, the only one, is the African American community. And so they have to scare the African community, the corporate media, because that's it. It's over.
So, Bill,
if the African American community doesn't vote for Hochul in New York for governor, Zeldin wins.
let me ask you this: if I just saw a poll, the media is in the toilet. All media is in the toilet.
Everyone hates them.
Everybody hates them,
except you and me.
Yeah,
they
nobody.
Out you and me.
Nobody trusts the mainstream media. No one trusts. Even the Democrats don't trust the mainstream media. How does the mainstream media still have an effect when everyone is saying they lie to us all the time?
Excellent question, Beck. Did Stu write that question?
I did. Thank you, Bill.
Wait, no,
Thank you for
you're
doing
not
that.
supposed to say that.
Excellent question.
Docking
It's
your pay.
because what the corporate media does now goes on to social media. So no one's watching Lester Holt. All right? I mean, his constituency is in the Middle West pretty much. But once the media says something about Trump sneaks down to his basement to move boxes full of classified information, which is what they said, based on nothing. There was no sourcing of it, nothing. It gets into social media, gets into Facebook, gets into YouTube, and that's where people see it. So that's the power that they still have. They can get this propaganda, this BS out onto the social media, and people see it. They don't have power directly broadcasting anymore, but nobody does. Cable news doesn't have it anymore
Nobody
either.
does. Yeah, nobody does.
All right? It's all social media driven now.